Hey there, guys. This is my comics guy. Today, I am embarking on an adventure. I am going to go look at a collection of comics that I found on OfferUp. Um, I'm a little nervous, kind of excited. I haven't ever gone out and looked for, I bought a comic collection from anybody before. So, this is a new experience to me. The comics are in a town called Anza, California. It's a little town up in the mountains somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So it's a little sketchy. It's kind of like the area is like out in the woods where, you see movies like Friday the 13th or something filmed. Anyway, I'm going out there. The collection, it's a small collection. It's about 725 books. The seller's asking $350, which, works out to about 50 cents a book. So that's actually not too bad. I have no idea what's in the collection. The pictures on OfferUp were just of like the short boxes with some like names of books, Spider-Man, Batman, etc. Star Wars, I think was another one. They I tried to message the seller for some more pics, and they said that they didn't know how to respond with pics through the OfferUp app, which I believe because I don't know how to do that either. I'm not that familiar with using OfferUp either. That's kind of a new thing for me. But I mean, unless the books are absolutely toast, I mean, they should be worth it. I mean, that works out to less than 50 cents a book. They were all in short boxes, like I said. They all appeared to be bagged and board, at least the ones they showed in the pictures. So they appear like they're well taken care of. Um, so we'll see. I got about an hour drive ahead of me, and we'll see where this goes from there. So I'm about 2 minutes away from the place that I'm going to go look at the books at. I didn't exactly get out to the mountains, but I am out here where no cell phone signal and nothing else. So we'll see. I've seen a lot of horror movies that start this way, but I think everything will be okay. All right, so we're going up a dirt road. Man, these books better be good. Well, I picked them up. Looks like seven short boxes. I saw a few good gems in there. There may be some more that I didn't. I got to rebag and board them, go through them. Okay, so it's been a few days. I sorted through the long boxes. It took me a couple days because I got work, other obligations. Anyway, the whole experience was kind of a funny story. So I get to the place. It's like a little gated yard. I call the lady. She comes out with her big ass dog, and she has to open the gate for me to come in. And so we go to walk in the house, and she can't come in the front door because she locked it. I guess she came from the back of the house. So we had to walk around the back of the house, and to my right, I see this big greenhouse. It looks like marijuana, but I'm not sure. But I can smell marijuana, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The lady goes, "Oh, yeah, we grow marijuana, but don't worry, we're licensed." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it was kind of an adventure. Anyway, like I said, and I showed in the last part of the video, I got the books, going through them. So the ad on OfferUp said that there were 1960s through 1980s books. Well, that wasn't true. It was mostly 90s books, and man, I don't know what they did. They sat on these books or what, but a lot of them. I've never seen so many spine ticks in my life, especially for books that are bagged and boarded, kept in boxes. Some of them had weird stuff put on them. The short boxes, I got rid of them all because they were gross. They had stains on them and stuff. But there were some gems in there, like I mentioned before. There was a few. There were nothing I'm going to be able to retire off of, Anyway, I bargained with the lady. So they were asking $350 for the books. I tried to get them for 200, and in retrospect, I kind of wish that I had kind of stuck with my guns and stayed at the 200 after I saw the condition. I mean, I looked through them there at the house, but it was kind of tough. I mean, her dogs were there sniffing around. She's there talking to me, telling me what they have. Oh, there's Star Wars and there's Batman, and oh, I have the Batman wedding, and I'm like, I already know that unless it's like a rare variant of the Batman wedding, that's not worth it for coming out there. But there was a Batman wedding book in there, and then also one thing that I took away is you have to kind of stick to your guns when you're doing stuff. There was the article said, or the posting said that there had some Star Wars books. Well, I looked through the boxes and I didn't see Star Wars books anywhere, and she kept mentioning she had Star Wars books, and I said I didn't see any Star Wars books, and oh, lo and behold, there was another box in the back bedroom that she went out and got. There's a few Star Wars books in there, but not that many to write home about. And it was kind of interesting how they valued the books. They just went through and added up all the cover prices, and all the cover prices added up to, I think she was telling me, like $2,500. There were actually some notes in there. They wrote down all the cover prices, so they actually did their homework on what they had. And the way they came about, the books, the collection was, they said that somebody owed them money, and so they used the comics as payment for that. So I think the collection was picked through because a lot of the keys were missing, and a few books that I got that were actually keys were ones that, unless you really had like an in-depth knowledge of comics, then you wouldn't know they were keys. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute when we get into the books here. Anyway, so I wound up getting the books for $300. And I mean, I think I did all right. I mostly, there's a lot of dollar books, a lot of dollar bin books in there. Some interesting stories. But anyway, let's get to the books. So the first thing, I got the World War Hulk miniseries. They had all the books in there. This is number 1, all the issues of the miniseries. And they were actually in pretty good condition, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm a big Hulk fan, so I like that. I got the Red Hulk issue number 1. This one's actually pretty good condition. Could use a little bit of a press, so we'll probably wind up getting that. A lot of Invincible books. There were a lot of the higher numbers. I think we'll get to those here too. There it is. There's the Batman wedding issue. Civil War number 1. Another one that's in pretty good condition. Here's the Invincible books. So, a couple low number. Got number 17 here, which is a pretty good one. Number 27. I don't even know. I read number 29. I read one Invincible trade. Actually, this is not a series I kept up on. Invincible 30. Invincible 33. Invincible 46. And then we get in the high numbers. So 121, that's a pretty cool cover there. 131. 122. 126. Go a little faster here. 127. 134. 138. 139. 142. Quite a few Invincibles. I actually didn't even know that Invincible had ended. 140, 141, 143, and 144. This one has pretty good condition again. There's a big spine tick on the book. I don't know if you can see it. But this is what I was talking about. This book here, I mean, it's a minor key because it's the last issue of the series, but unless you were like a really well-versed comic collector, I don't think you would necessarily know that. Superman Batman #1, I was kind of surprised that was in there. Wolverine #75, love this story. This isn't the one where Magneto takes out his adamantium. This is the issue after that. And, man, this is probably my favorite X-Men issue of all time. So I was pretty happy that one was in there. I always pick those up whenever I can. Another funny thing, they didn't have any, there were no duplicate issues in there. So everything they had was a single issue except for the Mighty Thor 702. So apparently somebody thought the Jane Foster Thor was worth picking up. And there's a couple other of those 703, 704, 705. Here's the Star Wars. And actually, this was a pretty good one. Star Wars Heir to the Empire. #1. And actually, this is the Thrawn one, so I have read this one. #2. #3. #4. #5. And #6. It was kind of funny. There was a lot of miniseries included in the books, but they were all missing issues, particularly the #1 issues. So I was actually kind of shocked when the Heir to the Empire books were all there. Mighty Thor 706. This one's a good one. I can't. It's a first appearance of somebody, and I can't remember who it is, but I know this one is a pretty minor key. Warlock and the Infinity Watch #1. Warlock's hot, particularly if he gets into a movie. Batgirl #1, another minor key. Like I said, nothing amazing. Wolverine #100. I don't know if you can see the holograph on the cover. Warlock Chronicles. Ooh, some shiny 90s goodness. Oh, everything's falling. Here's some more of the World War Hulk run. Issue #3. This one, it's not this one. There was one of them that was pretty roached. Emperor Joker #1. Another semi-minor key. Again, another one. First, Superman #10, Rebirth. First meeting of Superboy and Damian Wayne. This one, I was excited to see, but I was disappointed. The Amazing Spider-Man #36. This is the World Trade Center issue. But again, I don't know if you can see it. There were just a ton of spine ticks on this one. So it's a good reader copy at least. Great issue. And this is another one where if you didn't know what you were looking at, you wouldn't know. Promethea, the last issue of the run. So this one's another minor key. There was a lot of Promethea books in there. So I guess we had a Promethea fan. And this is the last one I'll go over. Everything else is kind of just okay, couple dollar books. But Justice #5, second print. The Captain Marvel or Shazam variant cover. That's probably the best book in the lot. So anyway, out of 7 short boxes, I wound up with about a short box worth of comics that are actually desirable, in decent enough condition. There was a whole Batman White Knight run. They had all the issues, but every single one was just in such bad condition. I just had to. They're just going to be dollar bin material if anybody will even pick those up. But it was fun. I'm excited. I want to get some more collections. So I'll be scanning the Southern California classified section to see if I could find anything else. But anyway, comment, see if there's anything you like about the video. I plan on doing a lot more comic book haul, I'm working on some comic book review videos. So there's a lot of stuff that I got coming down the pipe in the on this channel. So if you like what you see, if you have any questions, comments, critiques, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and we will see you at the comic shop. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.